Hey there, good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show. So today we're going to be doing the final kind of honorable mentions for the series for the month of April, which was my 30 favorite spring albums. And I've got, looks like 10 here. I'm going to talk just briefly about them. I don't have the days they were released because they didn't make the tournament, so I didn't bother with that. Some of these were very close to the line. This one's currently in my playlist, IQ's Dominion, their most recently released album. It's a pretty good album. I don't think it's quite up to some of their other stuff, but it's still a pretty strong album. Just didn't quite make it. Next up, David Bowie's Let's Dance. Another really strong, probably my favorite Bowie album, maybe my favorite Bowie album. Lots of strong stuff on here, but again, just weaseled out because other albums just came in a little bit more. The Police Synchronicity, not one of my top Police albums, but a strong album nevertheless. Also a spring album, of course. Yes's most recently released album, Mirror to the Stars, or Mirror to the Sky, sorry, not to the stars. A good solid album, definitely worth mentioning here, and produced by Steve Howe. Next up, Pink Floyd's Obscured by Clouds. Some people think this is a little bit choppy, maybe because it's a musical soundtrack, but I think it's a pretty strong album myself. I like it quite a bit. An album I return to a fair bit of the time. This one might surprise people. Many people probably would have thought this would have made my list. British Steel from Judas Priest. Possibly it could have made my list at one point in time, but I think I listened to this. I've heard too many of these songs too many of the time. Metal Gods, Breaking the Law, Living After Midnight all get a ton of play out there. Yeah, just kind of didn't stick with me as long. This one is fairly new to me, so part of the reason why it didn't get on here is because it's still fairly new, and that's Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Everybody knows it. This is Nowhere. Of course, it has Cinnamon Girl on it, so that in itself makes it a strong contender. This one, most people, I think, would have thought that would have made it as well. This is Interview by Gentle Giant. I do like this album. Actually like it quite a bit, but it's not one of my favorite Gentle Giant albums. And I didn't think it didn't quite make it to where I thought it was good enough to take out the lowest of albums on the list. But still a pretty strong album. This one probably would have made it 20 years ago, but hasn't held up as well as some of the other stuff that was on the list. Holy Diver from Dio here. And then the last one worth mentioning was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band from the Beatles. I like this album, just not quite enough to make my top 30. It was one of the final albums I squeezed out. There's like 2 or 3 of them at the bottom, and I chose one to go in, and the other 2 or 3 didn't quite make it, but this was one of them. So that's it. That's my honorable mentions. If you have any of your own honorable mentions, you can put them in the comment section below. And please hit the like and subscribe. And thanks for joining me for this series for the month of April. Tomorrow we'll be starting a new series for the month of May, which, sorry, I forgot the title of it, which is my 31 favorite standalone albums. So these are groups that put out only one album. They were a one and done type group. Some people would think some of the other bands that put out some dud albums after their first one really should have been a one and done too. But we're going to just stick with the one and done albums. So anyways, I hope to see you all for the series for the month of May. And thanks for joining me. Take care. Have yourself a good day, a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.